Hey everybody, Buttonhole here, Open Fire Tactical. Thank you so very much once again for coming in. I'm looking pretty dark because the sun's going down behind me and I am the only one out here on the range, so it looks like I timed it pretty good. And I want to apologize too. I have not done a video in I think 5 weeks. Just been caught up with all kinds of stuff on the home front, trying to get things done. Wife wanted some flooring done. She wanted a couch, carpeting, all the domestics that get in the way. This new to me, old truck was not performing, and I couldn't drive it out here without, risking being stuck. And granted, it wasn't, the road is not bad coming out here, but it's bad enough that I didn't want to have some sort of a mechanical issue happen and being 5 miles from home or whatever. But anyway, what I wanted to do today is come out here before anybody else was out here or after everybody has left, and I'm telling you, there is a truckload of brass on the ground. So I got my work cut out for me before I leave, because I'll police up all that stuff. Looks like it's mostly 5.56, and I do reload that, so score. And there's quite a few 9mm pieces also. It's looking like everywhere. Anyway, what I wanted to do is, I've been thinking about it for a while. I know I want to do some shooting at night. I will not do that today because I don't have a light on my carbine, and I didn't bring Mrs. Buttonhole's AR9, and that has a momentary light. You can hit it, you can have it on all the time, which I don't recommend if you're clearing your house or doing any kind of a defensive situation. So what I want to do is I'm going to set up 2 targets for multiple threats. It seems like we've had quite a few mass shootings lately, and so for those of you that are able to carry concealed, highly recommend it. Man, protect your family at all costs. So right here in Reno, oh my gosh, man, this guy killed 3 people and injured, I believe, 1 or 2 others. I don't know his name. I don't want to know his name. The victims, families, my prayers are for you and your family, and what a horrendous loss. And it's senseless. It was completely random. So people minding their own business at the GSR, and if you guys are familiar with the GSR, there's a huge area there, and it's for valet parking. So unloading and loading of passengers, this guy gets out and starts cranking off rounds and taking people out. It's horrendous. And then he opened fire on a security guy. Security guy returned fire, but he got what he had coming to him, and it was quite a few 5.56 from Reno PD, and took that piece of crap out. But like I said, he's not worth mentioning. I'm not going to mention his name. He's a piece of crap as far as I'm concerned. Anybody that would do any of that and these senseless shootings, it just makes zero sense to me in any circumstance. But unfortunately, this is the world that we live in, and so we all have to prepare ourselves. And getting out here on the range and preparing for the day that we pray never happens or even comes our way. But should it, we are prepared. And so I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to grab my LC 10mm Ruger, and I'm just going to go through some things real quick and try to do the best that I can for you guys. And hopefully it comes out okay. And we'll just go from there. So I'm going to do tactical reloads and working on double taps. So I have 2 targets. One is a 3D cardboard target, and you saw me shoot him before in my previous video. In fact, I think that was the last video I did. It was an intruder in the daytime. And then just a regular IDPA target. So I'm going to set those guys up and then engage them 2 rounds apiece, and then we'll do a tactical reload. And if you guys are able to do this in the areas where you live, I strongly encourage it. I strongly encourage you setting up own scenarios in your own twisted mind of what could happen. You know, using one of these benches here as if you're in your car, and you know, using your mind once again and engaging targets and retreating from the vehicle, getting behind the vehicle and engaging. So you can be as creative as your mind will let you do it. You know, real thing is that nobody's really shooting at you. So, I mean, if you wanted to, I would say airsoft. Get your friends to shoot at you. But, you know, make sure you wear eye protection. You don't want to lose an eyeball. And I'm not by any means telling you what to do. You're all adults. But safety. So even out here, safety, 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 even though I'm the only one out here. The last thing I want to do is injure myself in a way that potentially could be fatal if I were to bleed out. In fact, there is a guy that I know came out here and had a negligent discharge right in his leg with a .22, and he collapsed when he got home. He didn't realize it was as bad as he thought it was, and it could have ended his life. But anyway, enough of me. Let me pause the video and we'll lock and load and get busy. Stand by. All right, so I am locked. I'm not loaded just yet. It's a Ruger LC 10mm carbine, 16-inch barrel, 28 round magazine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fire 2 rounds on the guy who's closest, and then I'm going to do a tactical reload. So pull this magazine out, put in a fresh, and then engage the far target whom I've shot before. So I can't really, I can see it. Yeah, the far target, where is it? Far target's right over there. So all right, I'll try to do this without screwing it up too bad. So I got my phone set up and I'm trying to see if I'm even in view. All right, here we go. Hands, jerk! All right. Oh, I did it wrong. All right, so let me try that again. Cut, take 2. So we'll have 2 shots, 4 in each, but I forgot the reload. So let's do that again. Here we go. Reload with retention. Down there. All right. Weapons on safe. I'm going to go ahead and take the magazine out. Weapon safe. Weapons on the table. These 10mm, these are all reloads. 6.6 grains of Winchester 231 with a 180 grain bullet. Check out the damage. So I was trying to do that. My reload is terrible, and that's what happens if you don't practice that very much. Oops, dropping my Here Pro. So I did get 4 shots on this guy. There should be 4 shots on the other guy. And we'll see, it looks like I got a headshot. And I missed. So, yep, domed him right there. But so that's 3 rounds downrange unaccounted for. And you guys, you know, I stress that. You have to know where your rounds are going, always. There's just no excuse for it. If this were a real deal in a real scenario, you know, you're accountable. Find bullets that leave your weapon, your muzzle, falls on you, falls on your responsibility. So let's do this one more time. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna tape up this guy. I'll put a tape on his forehead, and then we'll do that again. So the first time when I engaged him with 2 rounds, I missed. Pretty sure. Not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. I probably missed. But those are good hits. So anyway, yeah, let's pause this and then I'll come right back. Stand by. All right, here we go once again. Hands up! Oh no! I'm dead. My safety was on and I did not disengage it fast enough. So that happens, and I wasn't on video. So that's all right. I appreciate all you guys too, and I appreciate your comments. And if you want to rip on me for that, that's it's welcomed. I appreciate it. Really, I do, because you know, this is not a production kind of a deal. This is what you see is what you get. If you guys watch Hootie Who, WHOTEEWHO, he does Willet Hunt. The guy, he's not self-sponsored. He's got sponsors, so he makes his money. He does videos every single day, so shout out to him. I truly enjoy watching his videos. I've learned quite a bit. He's quite a bit younger than me. But he doesn't do this sort of thing, what I'm doing. He does, you know, from the bench, he does groups. You guys have seen me do the groups. Shots of 3 and testing out loads and powder configurations and what's going to work, what works for me. So your results may be different. But anyway, let's get on back to this and see what happens. Here we go. I'm going to look back at the camera, my phone, just to see where I'm at here. All right, here we go. Hands up! I think I hit the far guy. I may have shot over him, but let's give it a look and see what happens. The way I've got him set up too, he's about 7 feet tall. Shouldn't matter. Criminals come in all shapes and sizes, so it's up to us to be prepared, put in the time, and get shots on target. And there's basically one in the neck and one in the heart. This is a IPSC target. It's not an IDPA target, but they're just scored differently. And no hits on this guy at all. So this is roughly 25 yards. So yeah, he's still got the one up there in his forehead, so nothing new. So I think I'm shooting right over the top of him. So what I'm gonna have to do is work on it. And I am to work on it, but have fun and be safe as always. So I'm just gonna end the video right here. I appreciate all of you guys tuning into Open Fire Tactical. I appreciate that more than you know. And I do this on my own accord, so I don't have sponsors or anything like that. This is all brought to you by me. Weird. And I just enjoy the heck out of it. I really have a lot of fun out here messing around. But I know what I have to work on, and I have to work on that guy and engaging because, like I said, I am accountable if I were to miss. And if I had the choice, if I were to be put into a situation, man, of life or death, you know, being put in survival mode, I would want to rely on a carbine, not a handgun. But, you know, this is what we carry. I carry a Glock 23, I carry a Glock 19, 1911, and in some instances, I even carry a revolver. But the way times are getting, I mean, there's always been bad people in this world since the beginning of time, but more ammo is better. So anyway, you guys be the judge of your own life and your own scenario and do what works best for you. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Be safe. You know, keep it on the range and have a good time doing it and make your shots count. Open Fire out. Thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate it.